Hello everybody, this is Commander Strain and welcome back to Armoured Warfare. We're once again on the 0.23 Russian public test server. We're looking at Special Operations Chapter 2 Pursuit. Let's look at the lore. It's Panama Canal, September 15, 2042. It turns out Magnus took the chlorine from the plant in order to use it in a chemical attack. You decide not to await evacuation, but to follow the enemy and find out where he plans to strike. In Mexico, Magnus loads up the storage tanks onto his ships and heads south. You summon Zuba and sail after him. However, your paths are diverted upon reaching the Panama Canal. Magnus continues on his way, while armed security refuse to let you through. So, this is based on, I think, the Waterways PvP map. But as you can see, much like some of the original PvE missions, it's a much cut down area. The most notable thing for this is something that a lot of us have actually been asking for a long time: night missions. As you can see, the mission here, I'm going to stop now.
I'll try to disable the security system. You find out about Magnus's cargo.
Really hard to keep quiet during these lore bits. Anyway, as you can see, it's night time. There you go, and it's very hard to see.
The army thinks we won't get in quietly now.
Attention. You are trespassing on a secure Claiborne Industries facility. You must exit the area immediately.
But of course we have night vision, as most modern vehicles do. This is quite a nice effect. There are, for me, a few issues with it, but we'll talk about that later. Now, unlike the original story missions back in the alpha and the early beta, closed beta stage, these are linked to separately. So you do the first mission, then you queue up for the second mission. You can have different team members, so that's a lot better. Back in the early days, if you lost someone in mission 1, you didn't have them available in mission 2, and that made quite a nasty thing to happen. I think that's partly why they took them out. But here we are, we have night vision. Now I think night vision from memory you activate using the H key. God, I could be wrong. We'll see at the end of the video anyway, because it gives you a hint as well of what to do. But anyway, we're moving forward. I'm in the Type 99 once again. And as you can see, some of the objectives are still in the native Russian language, haven't been translated across with the change in the client language from Russian to English. This, I'm sure, will be polished up before we actually even get anywhere near 0.23. There are lots of objectives. We've got to protect the Zuba. Now, I've moved over here to try and find the Zuba. Some enemy tanks there. And there you go. See a flashing blue circle on the actual canal. That is...
The sluice needs to be opened.
That is the Zuba, which is this fantastic hovercraft vehicle. So it's making its way along the Panama Canal. So it's making good use of the assets already in the game and adding something extra to it. So we take a little bit of a look. I think it looks quite nice. And you can see there are 3 minor objectives on our left. They are, I think, data collection points. We've opened the sluice up so the Zuba can go forward. And then we spot some more tanks. So again, vehicles are appropriately tiered for the vehicle you're in. Let's just see as we push around here. Yeah, lots of BMDs. There's lots of ATGM spam. And again, ATGM damage is quite high, especially in PvE. Is it as bad as what it was? You guys are going to have to tell me, because I don't do a lot of PvE gameplay. But anyway, yes, so I think those red circles are the data points. We've captured 1. So they are primary objectives. We do need to work through those as we can. And you can see the Zuba is continuing to move down the canal with the blue circle popping up to show where it is. So yeah, we collect another one of the data points. So we've missed 1 there, but our PTZ89 is going back to actually do something about that. But the night looks good. My main issue with it is because we're in a third-person move. In reality, when you fire a main gun, I think you do get slightly blinded by the shell leaving the cannon. You real tankers will have to correct me if I'm wrong, but that's how I understood it to be.
Interesting. Our ship was here and it got away without much of a look. Let's see where it went. It looks like you need to go that way. The drawbridge needs to be lowered.
So again, I'm trying to keep quiet while the actual audio in-game for the mission comes in. And you can see we get mobs and vehicles rather spawning around us, AI. It's the ATGM spam that really is terrible. As you can see, I've learned from the first mission, I actually brought along a PvE field repair kit. And those Terminators are just, Ramka 99s rather, just lethal with those ATGMs. As you can see, the Zuba's there. We're having to defend this little area from and protect the Zuba from the onrush of AI vehicles. Of course, there's a train there. I'm in a big tank and I crash into it and don't move it. So anyway, let's see. We're going on, pushing back, trying to clear out the last of these spawns. Again, like the first mission, the spawns are pretty much vehicle spawning, the same thing. So again, there's not the dynamic spawns I want where you don't know exactly where things are going to come. In the couple of times I played this mission, they all pretty much came from the same location, the same spawn points. So again, you know, I want something more from a PvE game mode. I want to, you know, see different reactions from the AI opponents. There's a Bagel Panzer there. And again, you know, it's a light vehicle with an autocannon and a long-range anti-tank guided missile on board, and it just comes charging in. It's just... I don't know whether it's the game mode itself, AI itself, it just doesn't seem right. But then we've got this bridge report on the objectives. Now this is actually to lower the bridge. You can see the drawbridge slowly going down there. Now I can't remember from the PvP waterways map whether these bridges are actually up or down. I think they're down because I think you can cross over them. But as you can see, we have to wait the required amount of time. But you can see the bridge is actually going down. So there is literally a directed way to go. Now I push forward here. Can't actually get through the barriers until the bridge is actually down. So you know, you have to wait. You know, is this frustrating? You know, would you want to be a bit on the ramp before the bridge is fully down? Would that lead to just people trying to fall off? I don't know. Is it good? Is it bad? It's PvE for me. You know, it has its role in the game, but I'm a PvP player. But anyway, let's get back to not me babbling about what this game mode is about. So the bridge comes down. As you're going to see in a few minutes, the gates do open. And it opens up then a series of new objectives on this side of the canal. The Zubas are moving forward. We again got 3 more data collection points. So there's 3 per side. As you can see, there's 1 to our rear, to the right rather, and there's 2 up on the left. So I decided to push up on this left area because I want to also keep an eye on the Zuba and continue to move forward. Some of my team seem to head there. And there we go. So we get spotted. There's 2 more secondary objectives, destroying 2 bridges. Just take a shot on this BMP-3M. We take an ATGM, damage our gun. Bounce 1, go around after him, and my teammate takes him out. So we've taken out, I think our TATU took out the 2 bridges over there to stop the amount of reinforcements. Is this going to be harder in the hard mode of this this version of the game? I don't know. This is the first time I actually played through this mission. As you can see, we're capturing the data points. Our TATU is capturing the other data points, and we see vehicles coming on the left-hand side across the canal, engaging the Zuba. So we try and take as much damage onto them as we can. We've got support from one of our teammates. And the shot there shatters on the VFM5. Never happens really, honest. Yeah, there we go. So we've got 5 out of the 6 data points now. The Zuba's moving forward.
Open the sluice, please.
Okay, so we've got to open the sluice, and there's also a data point to capture. So I swing down to the right to get the data point. Our Evo, 2A4 Evo's going across to help the TATU. We get a VFM5 coming at us here. Nice shot onto him. He keeps coming. I pop smoke futilely. That's a terrible Evo. And there we go, we take him out. God, I'm babbling again. This is PvE. Commentating on PvE is actually very, very difficult. So, there we go. More enemy vehicles coming in. Expeditionary tank. The power of the gun of the Type 99. Just push forward. Our team's now pushing up on some support as we try and cap this area out so the mission can go forward. I used my field repair kit there because I was taking so much damage trying to take this guy out. And there we go. The next data point is captured. Sorry, no, it's not next. This is the next data point. We've got the sluice gate sorted. And this is going to be the data point captured.
Here we have it. Destination Tropical Coast. We got what we needed. Let's get out of here.
So there you go. Then needs you to go back across the other side of the canal.
We need to get to another bridge.
But of course we have to get to the bridge to do it. So again,
I don't want to drown here.
very linear in its approach, I guess, as all PvE missions are. Without that dynamic spawning, will this get boring after a while? And considering, you know, to unlock some of the loot for doing this, you've got to play, you know, this 5 times in a main battle tank, 5 times in a tank destroyer, 5 times in an AFE light tank, and an SPG to unlock, you know, some of the special camouflages and the special rewards you get to it. Will people want to keep playing this, you know, smaller mission over and over again, just in maybe in tanks they don't actually like or vehicles they don't like, in order to get all the camos, the global rep, and the special decals that they're going to be putting in this game mode? For me, I'm not sure I would. Yeah, I want to do them, but you know, it's very repetitive, which is the problem I have with PvE. If the spawns of the AIs were dynamic, if there was 2 routes you had to take, maybe it would be better. Ooh, we take some serious damage there. That blinking Ramka, they are absolutely lethal. And another shot there. That was a 99-10 firing an 80 gem at me. So anyway, getting back to these missions as we finally fight to unlock this bridge. You know, for me it would be repetitive, but for you, you know, you're only going to have your own thoughts and feelings about these PvE missions. Some people from the comments in the previous video don't want the lore, they just want to play the game. Kind of don't know why I was aiming at my teammate there. Oh well, it didn't hit him, it didn't damage him. We still have a few issues with hitboxes. But, you know, this is the second mission. The nighttime is a nice thing. And I think, you know, will nighttime be good in the PvP map? And I believe in this update, one of the PvP maps will have night fighting. How will it impact spotting and camouflage? You know, we know there's been issues with the spotting mechanics in the game and the camouflage mechanics in the past. Is this just complicating matters for both PvE and PvP? And for that matter, global operations. So there we go. We've got the. It looks like daylight is rising. Sun is rising. There you go. There is the H key to turn night vision on and off. So I turn it on and off there a couple of times just to see what it is, and we see again the drawbridge lowering. But the lighting, as I said in the last video, has improved. This mission was definitely easier than the first mission that we had to undertake. Some nice things to look at, but again, not very dynamic in Origins, you know exactly where mobs are going to spawn to, and I suppose depending on the tier of vehicle you're fighting in, the only difference you're going to have is what vehicles are actually spawning for you. But anyway, there you go, guys. That is Chapter 2, and this of course is on the standard base difficulty. Once you've completed all 3 missions, I think that unlocks the harder mode. Although we've got some bosses here, actually, I've forgotten about these. Yeah, so we've got a boss to take out. But I think we're on low health. We're on 557 health. We've used our field repair kit, so I don't want to get too involved. Shot there on the Thunderbolt 2. Take the Thunderbolt 2 out. Yeah, we only got 4 kills in this game and 11,000 damage. Not brilliant for PvE, I guess. But you know, first time I played the game mode. First time I played on this map. It's interesting. Night vision and night fighting is novel, but we're going to have to see as this game mode develops and as this comes into the PvP rotation, how it's going to affect everyone's thought on where Armored Warfare is going with this story campaign and with this night fighting mode. So overall, it's a fun map. It looks nice, but we're going to have to see, guys. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, a thumbs down. Make sure you comment though, and let me know what you think about night fighting, about Mission 2 in this special operations game mode, and what you think overall about the night fighting, and will it benefit PvE and PvP, or will it just cause more problems? Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.